Hey everyone, this is different. So this week we had a memo that was issued by the Financial Crimes Office of the United States Department of Treasury. And this memo is basically a guidelines and warnings regarding cybersecurity incidences and specifically paying bad actors to get your data back. Ransomware is what it's often called, but that's not the only version of this, by the way. So there are extortion schemes out there that people will invade a network, grab data, threaten to publish it unless you pay, or ransomware your data. You got to pay to get the encryption keys back. Those are the most common ones out there. Here's the change that happened. If you pay, and it is later determined that those actors are on a sanctions list, either sanctions individuals or from sanctioned countries, the people paying are actually held liable and could face penalties and fines for violating United States sanctions, even if you didn't know it up front. Additionally, and this is really important, the speed to which you notified law enforcement officials about the incident will be evaluated as to whether or not you're deemed culpable. This is an incredible liability shift. Now, I'm not a lawyer, never want to be. I'm an IT person. From a cybersecurity point of view and a business point of view, this isn't a significant shift. Now, I get what they're trying to do. This is a gray area that happens inside the IT world and cybersecurity insurance world, where firms have propped up that it basically facilitate and negotiate payments between bad actors and companies to get their data back. I also understand that we do not want to be paying bad actors, and we would never advocate that. The challenge that we have is that the liability now shifts to the firms that are going to be paying. This is a significant shift. What can you do about it? Really, your best defense against this is being able to make sure you have your IT I's and T's, I's dotted and T's crossed. What does that mean for us? For small businesses and medium-sized businesses, there's three really important principles to try to follow. Number one, make sure you have your backups offsite. The criminals out there, they know they're going after backups. They understand, they wait, they get their stuff in, they wait for your backups to cycle for 15 days, 20 days, whatever it is, and then they launch their attack. Make sure you get that stuff offsite and make sure that you check it regularly. Second, multi-factor authentication, 2FA. It is almost an act of negligence not to have 2FA on your accounts. And third, and this is important, start looking at heuristic level protections, advanced threat protection. This is going to be looking at behaviors inside your network. One would be account elevations to admin level privileges. You want to know every time that happens. Account creation with admin level privileges. You want to know every time that happens. An alert should go out. Additionally, this is something that is somewhat easy to do. Putting together something called a honeypot. Put a device on your network that looks really enticing to a hacker. Financial data from customers or accounting PC, something along those lines. And then make sure that nobody else gets into it, but alert the heck out of it. It is a real simple way. If someone does get into a network, they're going to try to get into that device and you get alerted that somebody has tried to sign in. It's an indication that you have a compromise. None of these are bulletproof. None of these are fail safes. None of these guarantee 100% success. But if you follow these principles, it's a good way to protect from the incident even happening. But please, please, please keep in mind, the liability has shifted in the minds of the law enforcement agencies that are engaged in this activity of trying to hunt down and stop this activity. And they have deemed a culpability for those that pay. That's seismic. That is significant. And as new laws and regulations come out, like the New York State Shield Act here in New York, this is something that small and medium-sized businesses must be aware of.